Jenny and Tommy were at the school, and it was the day of the class president election. There were volunteers to be a class president. Miss Katie, their homeroom teacher, came into the classroom and said to the students, "Good morning, kids. I hope all of you are fine and ready for the class president election." One of the students said to her, "Yes, Miss Katie." "Great." Miss Katie got some small pieces of paper out of her bag. "Here are some small pieces of paper. Jenny, can you please give all of your friends the pieces?" "Of course, Miss Katie." "You will write the name of your candidate on the paper. Then you put your vote into the ballot box. But you must use your vote in the voting booth. I think you remember the campaign speeches of your candidates, and we can listen to them again. Can you repeat your campaign speech, Tommy?" "Of course, Miss Katie." Tommy felt a little bit excited and started to talk about his promises. "I want to solve all the problems. First, I promise to organize a lot of activities such as sports tournaments, picnics, etc. After that, I will respect all of you. Then, I will always defend child and human rights. Next, I will be fair and friendly. I am waiting for your votes." After Tommy's speech, the other candidates, Cindy and Linda, made their speeches. The class president election started after all the speeches. All the kids wrote the names of their candidates on small pieces of paper and put them in the ballot box. After the election finished, they counted the votes and chose Tommy as a class president. Miss Katie said to Tommy, "Congratulations, Tommy. I trust you. You are always a respectful and successful student. I believe that you will be a fair class president." "Thank you, Miss Katie. I will always be fair and help my friends. I will organize a lot of activities." Tommy's friends applauded Tommy. Tommy said to all his friends, "Thanks for your votes, my friends." All of his friends congratulated Tommy. Jenny also felt happy and congratulated him too. Then the teacher announced something. "Be quiet, kids. I have something to tell you. You know Earth Day is on the 22nd of April. We will prepare a program and perform it at school. Who wants to get involved in this program?" "Me, me, me." Jenny, Tommy, Linda, Tim, Kim, Cindy, and Pete were the volunteers. Then Miss Katie asked the kids, "What do you do to protect the world?" Linda said to her, "I'm always careful about turning off the lights." Cindy said to her, "At home, we have 3 recycling bins. We separate the garbage and use these bins." Miss Katie said to Cindy, "Great." Then Miss Katie added to her speech, "Let's share the responsibilities now." After getting the responsibilities, Jenny asked Miss Katie a question. "Miss Katie, may I ask you something?" "Of course, Jenny." "Jack studies in 6A class. Does he join us to organize this special day? He likes organizations very much." "Of course." "Thank you, Miss Katie." After school, all the volunteers met at the park. They looked around the park and gave the street animals some food. They also had the school materials such as papers, crayons, crafts, etc. They planned to prepare different posters and write a speech about Earth Day. All the volunteers started to prepare the brochures and posters. For example, Kim wrote, "Reduce, reuse, recycle" on the brochures. Jack wrote, "Don't cut down trees" on the yellow poster. Cindy wrote, "Go green" on the red poster. Jenny wrote, "Plant trees" on the pink poster. Tommy wrote, "Sort out the garbage" on the blue poster. Pete wrote, "Use eco-friendly light bulbs" on the brown poster. and don't harm the animals on the green one. After that, they decided to write a poem and prepare a speech. Tommy and Kim were the volunteers to write the speech. The others started to write the poem. Jenny read the poem in the end. Nature is here. Don't kill the tree. You will always need her. Breathe free and see the tree. Linda said to Jenny, "What a nice poem. We wrote a great poem." "Sure." At the table, Tommy and Tim talked about environmental problems. Tommy said to Tim, "The increase of the world's temperature is dangerous." "Yes, you're right. I don't understand why people use so many deodorants or chemicals. They give harm to the ozone layer." "Yes, of course, people should also use filters for the exhaust gases and the factories. At the same time, the greenhouse effect on the earth causes a lot of problems. Preparing the speech is really difficult. We need a pencil and a paper." "Right." Jenny said to Tim and Tommy, "Hey, what are you doing here?" "Now we are talking about environmental problems such as the greenhouse effect, global warming, etc. Then we will prepare the speech, but we don't know how we will do it. We didn't decide it. I think you should speak aloud. Look at me. For example, Earth Day is a special event on the 22nd of April to show support for environmental protection." Tommy smiled at Jenny and said to Jenny, "You are shouting, Jenny." They all laughed together. On the 22nd of April, they were at the school concert hall. The program started at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There were all the students, teachers, and the school manager at the school concert hall. Tommy talked. "Dear manager, teachers, parents, and friends, we live on the earth, but we should be more careful to protect the animals and forests. We shouldn't cut down trees. We should use less water and energy. Meanwhile, we should be eco-friendly. Recycling is a good solution, so we should recycle the products. Every year, seas are crying. We should help them. For example, we shouldn't pollute the water. We all live in this world, so we should protect the earth." Everybody in the concert hall applauded Tommy. It was a short speech to make everyone aware of the subject, but suddenly the hall got darker. They looked at each other and the people in the concert hall were surprised. Miss Katie said, "What's happening?" Jack was responsible for the lights. Jenny ran and asked Jack what happened. Jenny said to him, "What happened? Sorry, it was my fault." All the kids, teachers, and people laughed together.